to hit that away. Didn't time it. Not an easy chance.
Slices it. 6 runs off that over. 79 for 2. Let's look at how this tournament has panned out, especially how you qualify to the final. India already there, and they wait the winner of this game. Sri Lanka versus Pakistan. India won a very convincing win by 10 wickets earlier, defeating Bangladesh. Professional, the way they set about themselves, getting wickets, dot balls, and then in reply, the openers just made light work of the target.
Not a big target, but it's just about the calculation they both went about. Shefali Verma, Miti Mandana. Obviously, they both have different strengths, and it's not easy as a bowler to bowl at them. World-class openers, and they made sure that they pounced on every opportunity to score boundaries and get it done quickly.
79 for 2. No, that's not good news. That is not good news at all. Let's hope that the injury is not serious. This is Vishmi Gunaratne, the opening partner of Chamari Atapattu. She's been a real foil to Chamari, and so important from a Sri Lankan point of view that the partnership continues. So she seemed to be in some pain. It's the knee.
Because this is where it all matters. You lose, you don't go to the final. So you won't want.
And that's much more like it, because it's with the wind. She will always eye to score boundaries into the leg side. Serious connection there. Picked up the length early and middled it out of the bat.
Yeah, she picked the length very quickly and slapped it away. Right from the sweet part of the bat. Gone the distance. Now they need to take some risk here. That is a very good hit from the skipper. Maybe she's the one, but she has decided to open up now.
That definitely will exploit this end with the wind trying to hit boundaries. Both Nida and Sidra, they have their strengths into the leg side. Yes, they can get boundaries towards the offside, but heavily relies on playing into the leg side.
Release the pressure in a big way. With all dots, boundaries will not come in. Short delivery. Oh! What about that? What about that? They can applaud her. That's Udeshika.
Oh, that would have been a big blow for Pakistan. Straight in and out. These are the catches at this level you have to make sure you get your hands on.
Come outside the off-spin. Well, 2 balls to go. That was a brilliant shot by Nida Da. They needed this. Lots of singles and then the timing. I love the reaction. Love the reaction in the camp.
It's a good option to hit also with the wind. That is a cracking shot.
Again, there goes the pull. Oh, 4. She got a bad bounce. She really had a bad bounce, but this is turning out to be an important over. for Pakistan. They're really looking to break free here. Apply some pressure, and Nida Dar is meaning business.
Yeah, she won't be feeling any threat. It's drop shot, but not enough space behind that delivery to threaten Nida Dar. You have to feel for the fielder, but right now things are not going Sri Lanka's way. They've given the start to the skipper of Pakistan, Nida, 18 of 13.
And what about that drop chance? The drop Nida in this over.
Behind the line, millimeters to say the least. Millimeters, you think, oh, where did she land? Well, that's a tough one for the third umpire. Let's see what she thinks. Oh, that's a very tight call. That's a tight call, I'll tell you. A really tight call. Could be a big moment in the game here. Oh, does she have something behind the line? Does she have something behind the line? Marina, what do you think?
I reckon just enough. That's what I can perceive from here.
Right, we're waiting. Oh, yes. I think the Sri Lankan team will breathe a sigh of relief. Seeing it on the big screen, I know their hearts were pounding. Their hearts were pounding, I'll tell you. But it's been ruled as a legal delivery.
Just when they were getting into some sort of momentum, she tries to play a reverse and pays a big price. She has to depart. Sidra Amin goes for 10, 94 for 3.
So Alia Riaz is a new batter. Over 1,000 runs, a strike rate of 96, 150. Gets off the mark with a good-looking drive.
Yeah, Pakistan need Alia to click right away. Runs are due on her, but this wicket, not sure what Sidra Amin was thinking. That's not one of her strengths. There's not enough space as well to get the elevation right.
That's what Kavisha does so well. That's swept well. This will be 4. That's the attempted leg break going down the leg side.
Like if you can see it in that partnership, it was Nida Dar who was playing those big shots and picking up boundaries. That's one of the reasons why we feel that that shot was not on. Again, down the leg side, and she played that beautifully. Fielded her short fine. All she had to do is get past her, and it was boundary written all over it.
She's never controlled the leg break. I'm just wondering, new batter. Of course, Nida is on strike, so why bowl a leg break? She's very much better with her off break because she brings in so much of control.
Yeah, Chamari, she needs to have a word with the bowlers. Whenever there's a breakthrough, whenever there's some breaks for momentum of Pakistan, the Sri Lankan bowlers have offered freebies to them to get back on track.
Now it's 2 balls to go in the over. How close is that? Was there an inside? Oh, give up! I heard 2 sounds. Let's see. That's a big call. That's a really big call here. Because once again, Pakistan have lost 2 wickets close to each other.
Dilari this time quicker. He's trying to work the angle into the leg side. The bat face was closed. An easy decision there. Dilari strikes. And delighted is Sri Lankan team in the middle. That's a big one. Nida Dar getting some momentum. Pakistan needed her out in the middle now. She's gone on 23. Pakistan 4 down on 99.
Fatima Sana is a new batter, and Pakistan seem to be making the same mistake. Losing wickets close to each other. Single off the last ball. Eventful over. 6 runs and 2 wickets. The 100's up. We're down to the last 5.
Buckle up, folks. The final 5 overs of the second semi-final. Pakistan batting first. It's ebbed and flowed this game. Here is Subandika. Just when They've put together a breezy partnership now. Isabel Joyce joins me. Is Nidadar unlucky here? Would this have gone on with the angle and miss leg, or has the umpire got that right?
I think there's enough doubt there that you'd feel hard done by with that decision. Might have been clipping leg, but also might not have, and used to the batter getting the rub of the green.
In the absence of the review system, if you're saying that might have clipped leg, fair play to Vrinda Rakhi.
She's missed out on 2 deliveries there, wide and of a length that you could find the gap. She's got two mistakes, Sugandhika. She sometimes bowls too full and wide outside off, and then other times she just slides down leg side. So when you get those deliveries, you need to make it count, because when she gets it right, she's very difficult to get away. And that was when she got it right, just that 3rd delivery. There's the wide one, slashed away, but the fielder's out there, just the single.
Yeah, you can't help but think the fate of the semi-final will rest on who finishes this innings better. Sri Lanka could undo all of Pakistan's good work and their own moments of untidiness in the field. If they can restrict them, finish well, get some wickets, keep them to 130, which is what Chamari Attapattu said. Alia Riaz, Fatima Sana, power pack finish. Pakistan the happier.
I just don't think that Pakistan have the depth in batting that Sri Lanka do. Alia Riaz is an out-and-out batter. Fatima Sana is up and coming. She did well against India, scored a 20-odd, but I don't think she has the ability to reach the boundary like the Sri Lanka middle order. 16 gone, Pakistan 101 for 4.
Right, a couple of quiet overs and a couple of wickets. A good follow-up over that would please this impressive turnout here at the Rangiri Stadium in Dambulla. They've been so well supported and they've had so much to celebrate. We're hoping for more of it. It could all be undone if Sri Lanka don't make it past the semi-final hurdle. Dilari to bowl out. Hasn't got all of it. I think questions also on perhaps about their depth in batting. Maima Sohail's at least reputation of a top order batter. She's now a specialist power play bowler.
As that type.
It's squarer, not straighter. I think that's what Nidadar was trying to do. It looks like a nothing shot when you miss it and the first one hard. It was on. She needed it square around, not straighter. I think that's what Nidadar was trying to do. It looks like a nothing shot when you miss it and get dismissed, but those two are always on offer. Just nudge it around. Credit to Kavisha Dilari. She's got the ball to turn enough to miss the bat, stage the bat. Pakistan will get 140 are always on offer. Mid-off is inside the circle. It's a good shot. And Fatima Sana, perhaps promoted to hit boundaries as her first.
Well, definitely not the classical shot that you might expect when you hear it's gone over mid-off. Her feet went everywhere and smeared it down the ground once she got the length. Did really well to get the ball on the full. And she is sent in to score boundaries. She used a full swing of the bat. Would have been even better had it sailed all the way, but she'll take a couple of bounces and four.
Yeah, she wouldn't mind. Doesn't need it to look pretty, just needs it to get the job done. Prompts a change in the field. Now there's long off, square leg inside the circle. Oh, bang! Full toss. Fielder misjudges it. Harshita Samaravikrama at mid-wicket, and she did not pick it up.
Well, that's the side where you're hitting into the wind. I think this was held up because it was a good strike from Fatima Sana just there. When you get that little bit of height, it's like it's hit a wall of wind. So Harshita was expecting that was going to travel to her. She did well in the end, that her foot managed to stop it going for four. That bit of luck saved too.
Oh, that is sweetly hit. Well, Fatima Sana is perhaps just got the boundaries that get this finish underway.
13 from 9 deliveries. She's going well. 17 overs done. Pakistan 114 for 4.
Sugandhika bowled a really good third over. Just followed up the double strike from Kavisha Dilari, but Fatima Sana now has picked up 10 of her last 3 balls, spoiled Kavisha's figures somewhat. Now the projected score is in excess of 130. Big over coming up. Alia Riaz can't find the boundary. It was a good looking shot. Perhaps if they were more keen for 2. Ball is following Harshita Samaravikrama and she doesn't like it.
Well, they should know at this stage that Sri Lanka are nervous. They're making mistakes in the field. This was the previous over. 10 runs from 3 balls. That was the best shot of the lot. All the cover fielders in. There's someone in the deep, but far too straight. And they've enjoyed it.
She got a breezy 22 not out of 16 against India. Fatima Sana batting at 8. Perhaps has prompted her promotion today. Who can hold their nerve? Chamariyata Bhattu needs to take control, make sure that Pakistan don't get any easy opportunities.
Well, she usually brings herself on when things are getting tough, but she didn't go too well. That's what Fatima Sana has made in the tournament. She hasn't brought herself on, maybe because of that arm.
Full toss is proving to be more productive against Fatima Sana. Full toss in the previous over that could have been leading to her downfall, and that's Atapattu there. I can't help but think that her reaction of pain after that 1 over has prompted her to not come back on. They'll be looking for 2 here. Work for the sweeper in the deep. And that's good running. And it was Fatima Sana who was running to the danger, and she's the one who forced her partner to take the second.
Well, she's been promoted up the order, Fatima Sana, and one of the things about her is that she's quick between the wickets. Real athlete. So she will be able to turn 1s into 2s. She made it easily.
Sugandhika identifying what Alia Riaz is trying to do here, just pulling the length back, firing it in. It's good late overs bowling this from the left arm spinner. She's conceded just 16, 1 ball to go. It's going down with the angle, that one for sure. But a really good over from Sugandhika, just 4 off it. Pakistan 118 for 4 with 2 overs to go. 2 overs to go. Minoshi Fernando. Just 10 of her 3. What a beautiful shot that is. This is the finish they want from Fatima. She's powered her way to a 3rd boundary.
What a handy little knock this is. 18 from 12. She goes with the swing of Fernando. You think she's going to swing it in towards you. She rarely does. Just that little bit of width. Clean strike. She doesn't even bother running. She knows as soon as she's hit that Fatima Sana, it's 4 all the way.
Boundaries, the air on the offside, just tell you, she's got more hitting ability than just slogging it like a lower order batter. Now there is a fielder exactly for that, deep cover. Walks across, eyes mid-wicket, and the fielder bails out. In fairness, I think she judged that one all right. Takes it off the bounce.
Well, she thought about trying to catch that one, but again, it was into the wind. So here, these are the 3 drops. Sri Lanka could live to rue. I don't have too much damage because Nida Dar was out soon after that, but this drop, could it be costly?
Oh, big shot again, all the way for 6. Outstanding from Alia Riaz. And boundaries from both ends now.
She's been watching the fun from the other end, wants to get in on the act. Heaves it leg side, gets a full swing of the bat. That's into the wind as well, slightly into the wind, so that's a big hit from Leah Riaz. These two coming together, that projected score is just going up and up and up.
10 of Minoshi Fernando's first 3 overs, 11 of the first 3 balls of her last. More pressure even for the in-form Inoshi Priyadarshini Fernando.
Sanji Wani just quietly did very well down the leg side there, the wicketkeeper. That was very wide.
Goes again. This will take some catching. Put down. Harshita Samaravikrama. Yet again the guilty party. And things going Pakistan's way.
There was so much talk, wasn't there, about Sri Lanka's fielding coming into this one. It's been below par, to say the least, and very below par when it comes to them. Just not good technique, didn't get the hands up quickly enough. The only saving grace, she stopped the 4.
That's okay. Within that guideline, she'd be delighted with the dot ball. Pakistan already posted something that Sri Lanka will need to bat particularly well to get. 2 dot balls to finish. 1, 3, 2 for 4, 14 of that over. Well, extraordinary Manhattan that. Partnership, double blow in the 10th. Partnership, double blow in the 15th. Now 31 in the last 3 overs. Fatima Sana on strike, Prabodhani to finish. Ball is a deep square, bat is at silly point. Batters are through for a single. Nalia will help Fatima pick up her bat.
Happens to the best of us. She's been running hard, sweaty gloves, so it's flown out of the hands. She's lucky that the bat didn't hit the stumps. It's flown over the stumps, in fact. I thought she might have been out. Just look at that Manhattan. 1 run in the 16th over. 31 runs in the 3 overs since.
I've seen that happen before. Well, it's fair to say Fatima is throwing everything at it. Round the wicket to Alia Riaz. That's gone nowhere. It'll be safe though. They might want to. Poor Harshita Samaravikrama. There is no space that she is safe from the ball.
Was in the air forever. We saw Dalari catch something similar in the last game, but that was just out of the reach of Harshita. She's now been sent out to the extra cover boundary, and she's currently wishing and hoping it doesn't come anywhere near her.
And now mid-off in the circle. Captain runs back, nowhere near it. Tapatu put in enough of a dive to eventually pull the ball back. And that's the other thing. The top three batters for Sri Lanka have all had their moments in the field of pain.
Yeah, they won't bring fond memories of this fielding innings after the game or into that batting innings. That slide completely unnecessary.
Highest successful chase in Asia Cup knockouts is 113. A little bit of history will be created today if the home side are to keep their unbeaten run going. This will be wide.
Well, I've got a problem with this. I don't think this should be a wide, because Fatima San has moved outside her off stump just as that ball's being moved, and then she's moved her feet back where she started, so I don't think that should be a wide. The wide line moves with you, even if you move back.
The key is, when did she move? Gave that everything again. Fatima didn't get any contact.
100th T20I for Prabhadani, using all of her experience to roll the fingers down the side. Smart bowling. All just dying now in the 20th over. Ball's a little bit old because it's been whacked around the place, so it died a little bit on Fatima Sana. Excellent thinking.
A better option for her is actually to go over point or over cover, and she's capable of it. Just give it a bit of a slap if there's width. And mid-off is inside the circle, but this is safe as well. Alia Riaz is happy to keep strike. This is a really handy partnership after that double strike. 39 of 33. If they can get a big finisher, try and push that score to 142, maybe 144. It's already game on. Psychologically more than 140 for the opposition. Round the wicket for the last ball. Clubbed down the ground. Long on has work. Bit of a fumble. They'll try and take two. The throw is not good enough. Bounced awkwardly. Corner of the turf. That means Pakistan have 140 on the board after being put into bat. They have fiery burst from Fatima Sana and Alia Riaz to thank for it. It's game on in the second semi-final. Sri Lanka, group toppers, unbeaten. And Pakistan have been up to the challenge on the big stage. Ramesh Ratnayake, Sri Lankan head coach. It's a Pakistan side that had started and finished this game strongly, this innings rather. Gulfiroz and Muniba Ali, strong opening stand again. Lost them together as they did Sidramin and Nidadar. But Alia Riaz and Fatima Sana promoted. Ababo Maima Sohail have done really well to post 140 after being put in.
That opening stand was so important to setting up this opening batting innings. 140 for 4, 61 set them up, then everyone behind followed up. Sidra Amin and Nidadar, 30 from 27 for them, and Alia Riaz and Fatima Sana, excellent 41 from 34. 2 wickets each for Prabhadani and Dilhari, but they were the only wicket takers. Priya Darshani and Prabhadani had good economy, but Kula Surya was punished as what was at the Pathu.
Well, we put in. So the decision to scrutinise depending on how this game goes. But Gulfiroza took the charge to Sri Lanka. In-form batter, back-to-back half-centuries. Lit up the power play with a few boundaries. Muniba Ali took a little while to get going, but then when she did, she matched her partner shot for shot. 8 boundaries between the top two. Played smartly. Sri Lanka guilty of not bowling to their field. Udeshika Prabodhani, 100th T20I. big wicket. That's a good catch from Nilakshika Silva after they put a few down, and Prabodhani struck again to dismiss Munib Ali. Outworked Nida Dar with Sidra Amin. Nida had her moments, stomped Pulasurya for 6. And Prabodhani, who bowled well, had put the Pakistan captain down. Lanka did not help their efforts. With misfields and drop catches, that was one they took. Sidra Amin guilty of reverse sweep at the wrong time, and Dilari then struck twice to dismiss Nida Dar. Outworked Fatima Sana at number 6 and showed us why. 3 boundaries, including one that was slapped over cover, some style. It's really good hitting in the gaps. Alia Riaz got middle for that one. Could have been dismissed here, but it's been far from the most polished effort in the field from Sri Lanka, and that was fitting summary of it on the last ball, which conceded 2 when it could have been 1. Well, as a result, Sri Lanka unbeaten in the tournament, but to keep that going and to make it to the final, will need to chase 141 in the second semi-final. A riveting run chase ahead of us. Pakistan in front at half-time, and that run chase is coming up very shortly.
Welcome back. Sri Lanka has a target of 141 to try and oust the Pakistan from the final of this Asia Cup, Women's Asia Cup 2024. And indeed a great comeback by Pakistan. They lost wickets at this close to each other on 2 occasions in the same over, but still a very good finish by Alia Riaz and Fatima Sana. And last 4 overs, 39 runs, really have given them something to bowl at. Sri Lankan bowling, well, Achini Kulasurya went for some runs and so did Chamariyata Pattu. But Kavisha Dilhari and Udeshika Prabodhini, the ones who were able to get the wickets. And just to remind you that the highest ever chase in an Asia Cup since 2012 has been 142 when Bangladesh beat India in 2018. And the next highest has been 117 and 116. So this kind of score hasn't been easily chased down in the Asia Cup, but records are here to be broken. And let's see how Sri Lanka sets about trying to make this 141. It's not a frightening ask, but still Pakistan will be pleased with the runs on the board. As I say, good evening to Adar NEC.
Will be pleasing to Sri Lanka fans. Vishmi Gunaratne, she had some trouble with her knee. She slid awkwardly early on in the fielding innings, but she's had treatment. She's run out there, looks comfortable. She's really important to this batting lineup, as is Chamari Atapatu. I know that's the wicket that they'll be looking to take, but don't take your eye off the youngster, Vishmi Gunaratne. She's stylish, she scores heavily, and she could help Sri Lanka get to this final and maybe lift their first Asia Cup. That's to come if they can get over the line here today.
It's that partnership of 41 of just 31 deliveries. Fatima Sana and Alia Riaz. For the 5th wicket, we really turn things on in favour of Pakistan. Like that's exactly what these openers will be hoping for. I think we know that the middle order has not been tested. It was not tested for Pakistan, but they've come out with flying colours. And this pair, Chamariyata Pattu and Vishmi, will need to ensure that they give their team a good start. That's exactly what Pakistan did with their opener as well, when they added 60 odd. But in the middle period, Sri Lanka came back. But I think the disappointing part is the dropped catches and some slips in the field.
Yeah, certainly the Sri Lankan fielding has left much to be desired in this game. 3 catches dropped, a run out missed, plenty of fumbles, knock-ons as they're called. So it's going to be Sadia starting off. Vishmi Gunaratne had a bit of a little niggle in her knee, but she's all right. She's come out to open with Chamariyata Pattu. She will take first strike. 141 of 120 balls. That's what Sri Lanka needs to qualify to the 2024 Asia Cup final. India are already there with a thumping 10-wicket win over Bangladesh. Quite a comprehensive win at that. But this is a much tighter game. Here's the first ball. Straight away, you could see that ball dipping on the opener. And starts off with a dot.
She's X-Factor, Sadia Iqbal with ball in hand. Such good control. She's quite tall in her action as well. So straight away putting the pressure on Vishmi Gunaratne, who likes to take the attack to the bowlers, but with 141 to chase, it's a difficult one to negotiate.
See, the power play is going to be very important. Sri Lanka can't afford to fall back in the run rate.
We'll have a look at this action. Look how high up her bowling arm is and gets right up and over that front leg. Great positioning afterwards as well, ready for the catch. Big shout, and keep an eye. Vishmi Gunaratne, the youngster. Sri Lanka lose their first without scoring. It's a huge moment in the game, and it's silence around the stadium as Sri Lanka go 0 for 1.
Now that is a big wicket, because Sri Lanka relies so much on the opening pair. It is a lovely delivery. Coming back with the arm. and strikes her right in front, palm in front. That is a wonderful start. A tense moment in the stands, but she has to go. She goes for naught. It's not for one.
Harshita Samaravikrama is the new batter. She's coming at a very important stage of the game. They've just lost the opener Vishmi Gunaratne, a prolific batter for Sri Lanka, the left-hander. It's on the pad. They're still not off. 4 deliveries and a dot. Another look at the wicket.
Well, this is the arm ball. Have a look at the grip. Finger down the seam. She's bowling that like a seamer. And between two minds, Vishmi Gunaratne, she's so good at playing the ball into the leg side there, but it wasn't the delivery to do it.
Off the mark finally. After 5 deliveries, it's the 5th one that they get a single. Interesting to look at Vishmi Gunaratne's bat. That delivery was coming in and she was playing more towards mid-on with an angle bat. Well, Samariyata Pattu has been in very good form the last 2 innings. She's been prolific, 119 not out of 69. Slightly slower against Thailand, 49 of 35. But this is the time that Sri Lanka will call on all her experience. One ball to go in the over. Nicely into it, but can't beat the field. It's a good first over. Sri Lanka 1 for 1. It's a good crowd, I'll tell you. There is a very good crowd present here. All of them know that this is a big game. Coming over to watch. Nida Da starting the operation with her off spin. Starts off with a full toss, but can't beat the field. That's the problem.
I think this is a good move. This is a really good move because the 2 left-handers in the middle and straight away the skipper in the attack. She's the right-arm off spinner. She'll get the ball. If there's a bit of a grip and turn, move away from the left-hander. Get a slip in place. Put a little bit more pressure.
So far, I can tell you that she's got away with 2 deliveries. 3 deliveries, 2 of them full tosses.
She looks rusty. 3 overs she's bowled so far in this Asia Cup. 3 overs in the group stages in 3 games, and she's opening the bowling now.
She's found the gap. Might run away to the boundary. Good piece of work, but just gone cut off. So Sri Lanka needed that kind of release from this pressure of dot balls.
Really good placement. Didn't quite get the power she would have wanted. There's a teaser in the deep, but the curve on the boundary has helped because as the fielders come around, she's managed to parry it. The curve and the rope just there means that it's 4. It's a welcome release for Samara Vikrama.
A good effort in the deep, but still couldn't cut it off. This time, just looking to bowl it slower and wide of the off stump rather than bowling straighter. Plenty of dots. Already 9 dots in 11 deliveries bowled. So Sri Lanka will have to be mindful now. There is a fielder that goes down long on. Backward square leg comes in. Goes for the slog sweep. Is it safe? It's just beaten the fielder. That's another boundary in the over. 2 done. It's 9 for 1. Sadia continues from over the wicket. Deep mid-wicket, long on out. The 2 fielders during the power play. She put a very good first over. 5 runs and a wicket. It's been good. She's been very good against the left-handers, particularly to Athapattu. The second delivery that she's bowled around that off stump.
Well, here's that ball. She just brought the fielder in, and you always have to think as a bowler, what's the more difficult shot for this batter to play? If Chamari had been on strike, I can see why. Well, that's beautiful shot. Just a touch too full from Sadia Iqbal. You only need to be 5% off your length and she'll take you down over the top. 1 bounce, 4, and her first runs with a boundary.
She didn't even bother to run. She knew that the boundary was written all over it. There she goes. Nope, I'm not running because the ball is running towards the boundary. That is a terrific hit.
Don't give her width. Chamari Athapattu will pounce on width. Mid-off still inside the circle. Point goes slightly square. Still the 2 fielders on the leg side on the boundary. That's well bowled. She's looking to push it through a little bit quicker. The previous one was tossed up. This was pushed through a little bit quicker. Good change of pace. Good thinking.
Nida Dar just approaching her bowler, or the umpire in fact. Something not right here. We might have an injury. And Gulfarosa doesn't look right. Yes, the subfielder Diana Baig is running on. Gulfarosa's walking off. I think she dived when she was the one who tried to cut the ball off on the boundary, and it went for 4, so she's going to go and get some treatment. Hopefully everything's okay.
Certainly limping to me, and so that could be because she dived and tried to cut off that boundary. Let's hope the injury is not serious for her. So she goes off the field. Substitute on the field, but the field remains unchanged. Mid-off inside the circle. 5 on the offside, saving 1. Well bowled, very well bowled again.
Well, Gulfarosa doesn't bowl in this team at all, so that's the good news for Pakistan. They haven't lost one of their bowlers. That will have helped her make the decision to go off. If you are an all-rounder, it's always more difficult to go off. You want to make sure you get your overs in for the captain, but Diana Baig, just as good a fielder as she is.
That was pushed through a little bit quicker. Sadia is very deceptive with her pace. She tends to push it through a little bit. The left-hander Athapattu was looking to play the pull, but it was onto her a little bit quicker than her anticipation.
I reckon Deepti Sharma and Sadia Iqbal, the 2 best spinners at changing up their pace without giving anything away. The 2 best ones in this tournament at the very least.
Cannot beat that ring on the offside. A dot to finish the 3rd over, 14 for 1. 14 for 1. 3 overs done. So after 1 over, we've seen a change of bowling. We're going to see Umaima, the off spinner.
It's an odd choice for me. I think this could be where Sri Lanka get going. She's a slow spinner, doesn't get any great drift, no great turn, doesn't have the ability to change her pace at will. So this could be the bowler to target. They've seen her bowl in the power play in the couple of games leading up to this, so Sri Lanka will know that this is coming and perhaps have a plan to make this the big over.
She bowls off spin, Umaima. So Nida also bowled an over of off spin. Oh, that was a really hard one, stinging one. Hit with a lot of power.
Tuba Hassan, that came onto her quicker than she would have expected. It's an uncomfortable place to get a chance like this. It feels like it's coming at you like a tracer bullet. Could barely get her hands up in time, and unfortunately the technique was incorrect. The finger's the wrong way around. Umaima Sahel, well, she was disappointed, but really it was 3 runs saved. The field's changed now. Square leg and mid-wicket out.
Goes to sweep again, a fielder. That would have been a stunning catch because it was hit with a lot of power.
Yeah, it went straight on to her. She went the conventional way, where you see a fielder taking a catch which is below the waist or around the waist high. This has gone up. This has gone just a little bit high. There you go.
See, what Sri Lanka is trying to do is they're just looking to ensure that they don't play too many dots, because they played quite a few. 13 dots already into the 4th, so they're just looking to knock it into gaps.
Yeah, she should have gone reverse cup. Would have been a lot easier to hold on to it. It's a tough one, but it was definitely a chance.
2 on the leg side boundary. She did good with the sweep. Beats the fielder. Should be cut off. They'll come for 2. Just drifting onto the pads that time.
Asada Iqbal put in the full stretch dive. It was to her right hand. She's left-handed. We've been seeing her bowl. It was a decent effort in 45, just out of the reach, bounced over the hand, but Tuba Hassan came around after that drop catch earlier in the over. She saved 2 there.
Just a bit of turn because she bowled a bit slower, found some grip.
Yeah, I'm also wondering whether Nida Dar will be thinking about getting a seamer in, because the 3 bowlers that he has been used so far has been spin.
Bowling off spin with the 2 left-handers in. Umaima bowls off spin. Nida herself bowled an over for 8. That's a strong breeze that they're struggling to cope with. Very strong cross breeze. Last ball of the over. Now how close is that? How close is that? Yes, I thought so. She was looking to play the sweep and she was low attempting it, and that looked out.
Well, I said this could be an over to target, but Umaima Sahel has come on and bowled a curler. Nearly got rid of Chamari Atapatu, has got rid of Samara Vikrama. Just the lack of pace threw the shot too early, and even though she's hit on the forearm, I reckon that's hitting well below the top of the stumps. Is just hitting above the middle of middle. It's an easy decision. She took her time, but Samara Vikrama has to go 12 from 13, and Sri Lanka in a spot of bother, 19 for 2 after 4.
Right, Kavisha Dilhari is the new batter. Now Sri Lanka in a definite spot of bother here. 2 of their top batters, Vishmi Gunaratne and Kavisha, beg your pardon, Harshita being dismissed. Chamari Atapatu 7 of 8. She hasn't really got to her fluent best. Dilhari is the new batter. They need a partnership here. Nida Dar's back. Oh, that's lucky. That's gone for 4. Or not yet. Should be cut off. Good work. They'll come back for 2. That was fired in.
She's held back Anushka Sanjeevani. That's the last wicket. There's a bit of a turn, and look where it has hit her, on the elbow. And it has a bit of a turn. I think she's... The problem was that she's just gone a little bit on the lowish side trying to play that shot. Down the leg side. Yeah, the reason for me to mention the wicketkeeper batter, because she was involved with a partnership of 115 for the 3rd wicket with the skipper. That was against Malaysia.
Yeah, the question is this bouncing over? And that side-on view showed you it wasn't. Needed Doris bowling around the wicket to Chamari Atapattu. When she bowls around the wicket, she tends to bowl with quite a low arm action. She's trying to get the ball to drift in. They're looking for something to shout about. The big crowd in here today for Sri Lanka. They want the home side to make it to the final in a couple of days' time. And a lot of that will be down to Chamari. A quicker one again, just fired into the pad.
Well, Harshita was quite low in that. When you look at that LBW, she was extremely low. So the umpire would have possibly thought that because she's so low attempting the sweep. Down the ground. Oh, well done. Fielded. Alirias. She ran around the boundary and made a good stop.
Well, that's called just wearing one. She knew it was going to hit her. She got in the way. She knew she couldn't get the catch, but she made sure the legs were in the way. Double hit, but she picked it up quickly, kept it to just 1. So good outcome for Pakistan. Just the 1 run.
I don't think that's the right option for Chamari Atapattu, because she's playing against the spin, trying to hit towards long on. That's nicely taken. But she needs to play smart cricket from here on, because Sri Lanka will depend on her. The fans in the stand, it's an excellent crowd. They've come in big numbers to support their home team. Outstanding. It's a chock-a-block here.
25 for 2. Good fielding again, but this will allow the batter to come back for 2 because it's a deflection. Good effort. But what the fielder did was she couldn't stop it cleanly, so it was a deflection.
Yeah, Diana Baig, the sub-fielder on, puts a good dive in, but Sidra Min, who'd been going the other way, had to turn around and make tracks back towards the boundary, so 2 runs. There she is, Diana Baig, who'll be disappointed, no doubt, not to be making it into the 11 this tournament.
Again, finds the fielder. 9 off the over, 28 for 2, 5 done.
Two wickets for Pakistan as they look to turn on the heat on the home side. While Chamari Atapattu is there, Sri Lanka won't panic. Here's Umaima. That is a gift. And Atapattu is in such good form. She puts that away with ridiculous ease.
Yeah, I think the idea is to just bring the ball back into Chamari, but if you want to bowl that line within stump, you need another fielder. Deep square leg. It was very poor delivery, just asking to be hit.
She's got everything, Umaima Sohail. She'll bowl those balls and then think she's really Pakistan's best option in the power play, and then she bowls one that deceives the batters.
And now they've pushed the short square leg deep.
She will play on the ego of the batter, Umaima Sohail. I'm sure the batters think this is a bowler we can target and take on. That's what Samara Wickrama thought. Just so slow and at times subtle variations. It was a good decision from the umpire. Looked well in front, and Umaima doesn't look like the kind of bowler who will get it above the stumps at that length. Now Kavisha Dilari. Sri Lanka's middle order has not had a lot of batting in the middle this tournament. These two games, convincing wins, and now they need to chase pressure of a semi-final.
Yeah, Umaima Sohail has been given the responsibility to bowl in the power play against Shamari as well. You have to be ready for big shots. Just don't give yourself away.
Yeah, they've never lost more than 1 wicket in the power play in this tournament. 32 for 1, 41 for 1 and 40 without loss. So they've already lost 2, but most significantly, Atapattu is still there. She was dropped, tough chance. A dangerous option as Samara Wickrama found out, but Dilari manages to sweep with some bat on it. Was Umaima's first ball of her spell that tough chance went down. How much will that cost Pakistan? As this crowd hopes that the Sri Lankan wave of victory will go on. The final on Sunday, 3 o'clock. They know that. The fielder was put back, 2 in the deep. They hit a lot of these two, the 2 fielders allowed outside. More will be now. The power play comes to an end, and Sri Lanka 35 for 2. Well, it's been an eventful power play. Nidadar has been proactive with her choice of bowlers. Often seen Fatima Sana take the new ball, but it was Sadia Iqbal in form and trapping the in-form Vishmi Gunaratne. Samara Wickrama tried to counter-attack along with Atapattu, who was dropped by Tubasan of Umaima's first ball. And the deception of Umaima Sohail, she dismissed the other batter, LBW as well. That was a bit of a gift in the last over. We've had a few boundaries. Pakistan, fair to say, have bossed both power plays in this game. Often the difference in a big knockout match. Now Nachra Sandhu, fond memories of the semi-final personally in Sylhet. Among the wickets, eventually it was Sri Lanka who prevailed by 1 run. Could we get another cliffhanger tonight in Dambola? Here is Nashra, field is spread. She's got deep cover, long on, deep mid-wicket. In fact, 3 on the leg side. So deep backward square and deep mid-wicket.
Nashra Sandhu, a very smart operator, can vary the pace, can be accurate as well. Probably Chamari would now be thinking to get going, put some boundaries in.
Clever, tossed up, slow, made off inside the circle. I think long on is in business. Salia Riaz there and Chamari Atapattu, key player. Most runs and games for Sri Lanka in T20Is. Number 5 in the rankings. And that 119 against Malaysia was historic. But it means very little if she can't get her team over the line tonight. And I don't think we saw too many reverse sweeps in that 100, Marina. Which tells you that even the great Chamari Atapattu is under a little bit of pressure here.
Hasn't played with freedom as yet.
I think she picked her fielder with due respect and reverence to the seasoned Nidadar. Let's have a look at this. In fact, it's not Nida. It's Diana Big, the substitute fielder. She's on for Gul Feroza.
She's quite quick, Diana Beg, but on this occasion was placed with soft hands. But it's important so far, just 1 coming off this over. Very economical.
Now mirrored field for the right-hander. 3 on the leg side again and the deep cover. So if she targets leg side, she must find the gaps. And that'll go to the sweeper on the offside. This is a really good over outside the power play from Nashra Sandhu. Asking rate climbing, inching towards 8 and over. That is tough.
Chamari would probably opt for a boundary. One ball, Nashra needs to close and clear. Stay away from that boundary option ball.
Just think long on. She's eyeing it. Fantastic start from Nashra Sandhu. Required rate touches 8. 37 for 2 Sri Lanka. That's the game in Sylhet. Sri Lanka prevailed by 1 run. Nashra Sandhu, 3 wickets that day. Anushka Sanjeevani who's still to come. Samara Vikrama and Nilakshika Silva. It was Kula Surya who bowled that vital last over with Nida Dar and Alia Riaz. Unable to get Pakistan over the line. Well, they have the chance for some sweet revenge tonight as Arup Shah is thrown the ball. So leg spin for the first time. Prize for catch. It's in between those 2 fielders. Well, you can expect things to happen here. The asking rate climbing. Can they target Saida Arup Shah?
And now with Chamari on strike. With the wind, it's her zone into the leg side. Arup Shah needs to be wise enough to bowl an accurate line. Anything shorter or touch fuller, Chamari will definitely go after her.
This is a big challenge. Young Saida Arup Shah, just 20 years of age, bowling to the finest players in current game. All her experience. Can she get the better of Attapattu? A couple of wickets against India, then went wicketless in the next 2. Oh, drags it short, punished. Short, wide and hammered.
That's the power of Chamari. Arup Shah has to be very well disciplined against Chamari Attapattu. It was drop shot wide. It was a poor delivery. Freeing the arms. Knew exactly where to put it. You need to be wise enough to pick the right line against her. She knows that.
Yeah, immediately she knew when it didn't come out of the hand right. She's gifted a boundary and there's a sweeper now. I think it's a better field for Arup Shah. Got 3 on the leg side deep and a sweeper. You just give her a little more comfort. Know that she can go wide. Still haven't seen pace today. 8 overs of spin so far. What she wants is for Attapattu to take on the fielders on the leg side. It's again too short, but there is protection.
You need to give a little bit protection to Saida Arup Shah, given the fact that you cannot bowl fuller to Chamari. She'll hammer you down the ground, so it has to be slightly on a shorter length. And with that length, you need protection on both sides of the square.
I wouldn't mind her tossing one up. There is pressure now. Who knows what Chamari's heart rate is. Let her take on those 2 fielders down there. I think she'll much prefer bowling to the right-hander, Kavisha Dilari. Goes for a big slog sweep. Big boundary. Leg side. 6 of, or rather 7 of Saida Arup Shah's first over. Sri Lanka 44 for 2 after 8. Well, they've done well after the first 4, losing their way in Pakistan the better, to then match how Pakistan played in this innings or this period. Sandhu to continue. She's been dead accurate. 8.2 now required rate. You can sense there will be some nerves in that Sri Lankan dugout with batters to come. Anushka Sanjeevani still had at least some batting. Few of the others, not really. Oh, missed opportunity! The pressure was telling, there was the moment, should have been a stumping, instead it's 4 byes.
Dilara coming down the track, trying to target Nashra. Was nicely tossed up, got enough turn to beat the outer edge. All Muniba had to do was collect it, was quite late. And you can see the disappointment. 3 runs offered by Pakistan.
Oh, she is absolutely disgusted at that, Munibali, because it's the off stump. She got a clear view of it. Now, what's the follow-up ball? It's in the gap and hammered for 4. Little things that turn the momentum in the semi-final as 50 comes up for Sri Lanka.
Dilari, she's playing with a brave heart. Just going across the off stump, trying to cover the line, and she's done it in style. One of her strengths, she can sweep. And look at that, just slapped it into the gap. Pressure on Nashra now.
And that turned so sharply, ball before this boundary, that Muniba got nowhere near it. Not like she just missed the gloves or got it on the outer part. Both batters have now been reprieved on 5. Chamari Attapattu dropped by Tubasan, tough chance. And Kavisha Dilari stumped. Opportunity, stumping chance, goes begging. How much will that cost Pakistan? Who should not panic, they still have runs on the board.
I think it's good ploy from the Sri Lankan batters. Chamari, she needs to go dig deep into the innings. Everyone knows as long as she's there, Pakistan will be under pressure. So Dilari has taken that attacking role.
Oh, this time she gets the reverse sweep. Bang on right. And a bit of a fist bump from Attapattu that has Dumble on its feet.
Oh, that's cricket for you. Nashra Sandhu kept Chamari quiet in the previous one. She did attempt that shot in the previous over, but on this occasion she succeeded. Should have been a better effort from that third fielder. But it's all happening, the competition is on.
Would you believe it? 13 of the over. The second ball could have been a wicket. That would have meant a completely different emotion. They're buzzing now, this home crowd. And it means that Nashra Sandhu started so well. Perhaps still thinking about the opportunities, now under pressure and bowling wides. This could be a close game. Those extras, if they keep going up, could be the difference. Mudadhar needs to just calm things down. It is the most expensive over of the innings. 15 from it. Sri Lanka 59 for 2. Right, Sri Lanka just getting some momentum last over. 15 off it. Now Chamari Attapattu's on strike and Saida Arup Shah dragged a few short. He's given a second over. Drags that short. No stopping it. The tide turns in the second semi-final. 15 of the last over and a boundary to start this one.
Momentum going towards Sri Lanka now. Rupsha again slightly shorter on the length. And Chamari rocks back. Easy pickings for her. Not enough bounce, but she did well to put enough bat to face those two fielders.
Yeah, she's consciously firing it in. I wouldn't mind her giving it some air. But now Chamari is set. It's going to be another wide. The extras continue to mount. 6 in the entire Pakistan batting innings, and we're already up to 8 now.
Yeah, as long as she is there, Pakistan will be under pressure. She's not in a hurry, but anything loose, she'll put those away.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's exactly what I'd be telling Arupsha to do. It's not just one plan to fire it in. Now, let's have a look here. Oh my! Muniba Ali, she didn't even go up. She didn't even inquire of the square leg umpire. What a huge moment that is. It ended up being what we thought was an uneventful wide. There was more to it. Well, this is incredible. Such a big wicket. Muniba collected that cleanly. And Atapattu's foot, by the look of it, is in the air. Oh, everyone's heart rate is up. Keeper still thinking about the chance that she missed the straightforward one. How costly could these opportunities prove to be for Pakistan? Marina Iqbal shakes her head beside me.
Muniba Ali usually very proactive. I'm not sure what happened there. Probably a brain freeze moment, but we've seen what Chamari can do. She could be dropped on 56 and end up hitting a century.
The dugout is now aware. She's an experienced campaigner, Muniba. I mean, keepers go up for anything. And umpires almost always will have a second look at it. Absolutely nothing from the wicketkeeper, and she was the only one in a position to make something happen. It looks so innocuous. I don't think she's even got her eye on Chamari's foot. Oh my. Now then! Put down Alia Riaz, Pakistan! You cannot afford to do this! It's a resounding roar at the Rangiri Stadium. And Atapattu now inquires. Potentially for a no ball. It's all happening in the second semi. Right. As soon as Dilari hit it, Atapattu was animated. I think it's because of the fielders. We'll have to just confirm it. My goodness. No ball and free hit as the 10th over will go on. We'll have to check how many fielders did Nidadar have inside the circle. Well, it wouldn't have mattered even if Alia Riaz would have taken that. The pressure gets to Pakistan. Not enough fielders in the ring. A free hit for Chamari Atapattu. We continue to have a delay as Vrinda Rathi will have a word with her partner Gayatri Venugopalan. 2 Indian officials being kept busy this over.
I reckon that was a conscious decision to go after that delivery because they knew there was the no ball. Oh, that was a big moment. Muniba Ali missing it big time. The next ball put down. Alia Riaz, usually a decent fielder, but not a great technique.
Right, more inquiries. Appeals made to the officials. Nidadar makes her case. Atapattu petitioned the umpires for one fielder less. Nidadar now responds saying she had her field right. Chaos, drama in Dambulla. It looks like umpire Rathi has withdrawn the no ball call. We'll just have to wait. Well, we just have to leave the free it stays. Well, we don't mind an uneventful final ball. A dot to finish. 69 for 2. What a time for the dugouts to intervene. What a time for drinks. What a semi-final.
Well, it is beautifully poised, isn't it? 72 runs of the last 10 overs. Sri Lanka's got 8 wickets. Atapattu 36 of 31. Dilhari 12 of 14. They need to go at 7.2 runs an over. It's a nicely poised game. Well, in the first 10 overs, Sri Lanka was chasing 140. Vishmi Gunaratne was dismissed very, very early in the first over. Harshita tried hard. Well, Atapattu was lucky, missed. And then this one. So Harshita being given LBW. She was... Chamari Atapattu kept swinging, kept going. And Kavisha Dilhari joined the captain. So Sri Lanka are... Well, that's a wide, and then this one should have been taken, really should have been taken, but then it became a free hit because Chamari Atapattu pointed out that there was a fielder less outside. So that's a look at the bowling as well. Pakistan spinners have been good, but the legs 10 overs absolutely critical. The second half of this innings. Pakistan needs 8 wickets or to keep Sri Lanka under that 141. Sri Lanka needs 72 of 60. That is the equation. So we're going to see some pace for the first time in the Sri Lankan innings.
Finally, what a partnership, Roshan. 50 of just 41 deliveries between Chamari and Dilhari, beg your pardon. That's the power play, the comparison 35 for 2. 45 without loss. Pakistan was cruising along. Remember, but this partnership, the middle overs, is also very important. They've not lost any wicket in the middle overs. Pakistan lost 4. Final overs, 40, 39 in the last 4. Pakistan will need to find someone, to break this partnership. And they finally decided that it's time for some seam. Fatma Sana.
So the fielder's been brought in to try and stop the single. Now they've realized that they can have 4. They're pushing the mid-wicket back. So square leg mid-wicket on the boundary on the leg side. 3rd and a deep extra cover. Mid-off, mid-on inside the circle. They'll have to be mindful of the length they're going to bowl. Bilhari loves to go over the top. Has swept the spinners well. This is Fatima. Short delivery. Gets a single, gets off strike.
New role in the team this for Fatima Sana. We're used to seeing her up top and then at the back end of the innings. So middle overs slightly different. This is the drinks break. Lots of tactics and geeing up happening. Mohammed Wasim passing on knowledge. The girls listening intently. Well, both coaches have plenty to say, willing their teams on. Very relaxed looking Chamari Atapati, much more relaxed than we saw her at the start of the game. I'm not even sure if she knows she survived that stumping, where she was actually out but nobody appealed.
It was actually so quick, I don't think the keeper really realized, because she moved around the crease. So when she was moving in the crease, I think she unintentionally lifted her foot.
But that's why wicketkeepers do that. They're just hoping that they've done it at the right time. So I'm really surprised that, having seen the foot lift ever so slightly, she didn't appeal.
Well bowled, well bowled. That went across the left-hander.
Are you both surprised that this seam has been introduced after the end of the 10th over?
Certainly surprising. You would expect the seamers to come on with a newer ball, but obviously we do know that they do their matchups, and they would have looked at which bowler or which bowlers would be effective against the likes of Chamari Atapattu. But this is good to have the seamer on. Short third, cover. In the gap, pace on the ball, and she gets a boundary.
And I think that's why the extra pace makes it so easy. They don't have to take the attack to the bowler. There's enough pace on the ball that if you place it nicely, if the line is ever so slightly wrong, you just need to find the gap. And unfortunately for Fatima Sana, Chamari Atapattu is in. I think that the spinners up top was a good idea, because 140 isn't easy to chase. Sri Lanka showed how nervous they were in the field. Drop catches, misfields. They were shouting at each other. They looked really nervous. So the spinners up top was because they said, right, you're going to have to inject the pace. You're going to have to take the bowling on. Now with Fatima Sana, she's had to change her field. Third goes out, square comes in. So she has to change her length here. It has to be fuller.
Goes again, good fielding, really good fielding. That was four. That was four. Well, I'll tell you, there have been some really big moments in this game, and this, I think, is a massive moment. Just take a look, just take a look. Atapattu's back leg is definitely off the ground. I don't think both the keeper or Atapattu realized this. And then this one, but I think it was called a no ball, so I wonder whether this would have mattered. I think that stumping down the leg side, how crucial will this be? Well bowled, pace off, they want a single! Oh, that's good work, really good work. That was suicidal. Had they gone with it.
Brilliant fielding from the captain, Nita Dar. Moved nicely to her left, got herself around in position and hit the stumps. So Chamari Atapattu, she got home, but nicely executed slower delivery. She liked the shot, Chamari Atapattu. How often have we seen that? You play a nice shot, you hit it well, and you think it's a single. But the captain doing well to say, hey, stay in your crease. No easy singles here.
Play and a miss. This is a very good over. Good over, just 5 runs off it. 74 for 2. Right, Sadia's back. She bowled a very good first 2 overs with 9 dots, just conceding 6 runs. She's back from the opposite end to the end she bowled. Dilhari 13 of 15. Pattu 40 of 36. Now she will aim there. She will go for it. Mid-off inside the circle. Now if you err in length, that becomes an easy option for the batter.
Yeah, it's not about how the skipper, Chamari Atapadu, has batted. It's also about Dilhari. Have a look at this shot. She just moves away, exposing all the stumps, and then kicks on. It's a full delivery, and she knows that the fielder is inside the circle. That is a lovely hit. Forces the fielder to go back at long off.
Really clever that time, just made Sadia bowl to her. Mid-off inside the circle and pumped it over mid-off. Now the cleverness of the bowler is she pushed it through a little bit quicker the next delivery. A pace, good catch, very good catch. Bounced a little bit and Kanisha Dilhari perishes. That was an excellent catch.
Brilliant from Saeeda Aroop Shah, the leg spinner, diving forward, leaping like a salmon. They're checking for a no ball here, but the catch was good. She definitely reached it beforehand. The extra little bit of bounce pulled the length back. Let's have a look. Yeah, just quicker into the pitch, so got that bit of bounce. Dilhari hitting it on the top of that. Doesn't get on top of it. Excellent catch. Have a look at the body shape there. Chamari seems to think that something's not right with it, but there was absolutely nothing wrong with that catch. It was perfect. And she knew it as soon as she caught it. Such an athlete. So the partnership broken. Kavisha Dilhari goes for 70, Sri Lanka 78 for 3.
Well, a strike rate of 99, 1/2 century, over 1,000 runs. Nilakshika Silva, or Nilakshi Silva as she's called, comes in at an important stage, 63 of 51. She's got to support her captain here. Pakistan needs to look for wickets here, but they don't have a slip. But look at the offside. But nobody behind that all ring of fielders on the offside. There are 3 on the leg side boundary.
Well, this is a good field to Nilakshi De Silva. Very leg side dominant, a really busy cricketer. This is the wicket, this is why she's out there. Just looking to make something from nothing. The line was good, the length was good, and the catch was even better.
That is a brilliant catch. And what about this captaincy? She was away for 8 overs. Sadia Iqbal. And she's picked up 2. Hit back straight on. What an over this is turning out to be. They cannot believe it. Stunned silence in the stands. Is this the over? Pakistan has picked up 2.
This is a soft dismissal. Just hit it down the throat of the bowler. Very simple cotton bowl. But 2 wickets in the same over. Dots being built. And Sri Lanka under some pressure now. That asking rate goes up. Wickets lost. And Nilakshi goes without scoring. 78 for 4. Anushka Sanjeevani, strike rate of 89, 1/2 century. Experience 76 games, 673 runs. The required rate is gradually getting close to 8 runs an over. Last ball of the over. A dot and an excellent over. 2 wickets and 4 runs. Really good comeback. 78 for 4. Even Fatima just 5 runs in an over, and those 2 wickets back to back on the same score is going to hurt Sri Lanka here. Athapattu on strike, hits it square down towards deep backward point.
Really good captaincy to bring back Sadia Iqbal and picking up 2 wickets in that previous over. Certainly raising hope for Pakistan to go and defend this total, but as long as Chamira Athapattu is there, there is hope for Sri Lanka.
Anushka Sanjiwani joins her captain. Big pressure on her now. They just haven't had a lot of time in the middle. Sri Lanka, Nilakshi De Silva played every game so far, hasn't scored a run. That's her first time batting. The number 5 for Sri Lanka.
Very lucky that time. Sri Lanka have lost 4 wickets. This happened in the very first over. This was Vishmi Gunaratne, that was plumb. Very good start for Pakistan. She was quite low. Harshita looking to play the sweep shot, hit on the arm, and then very good catch. This one, a soft dismissal on the back with Nilakshi Silva. So those are the 4 wickets. Pakistan. Again, she finds the fielder. Sri Lanka needs to get those gaps.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Nida does next. Does she continue with Sadia Iqbal because she has 1 over left, 3 for 10 in 3 overs, or does she hold her back? Straight forward, straight back onto her. Too easy. Disappointed. But what an over. It can turn out to be the game-changing over.
Lanka need a partnership and they need at least 1 big over. Now this is just out of the reach of the field at extra cover. So far this over, 4 deliveries have conceded 2 runs. Now these are good overs for Pakistan, because this will create pressure with that run rate, required rate going up.
Their required rate approaching 8.5. At this stage in the game, every single over after over number 10 that you can keep the opposition quiet, a 4 and a 5. Then you get that worm going downwards. It's the blue one there. It was looking good before Dilhari was out. That double wicket means it's taken a dive and they're looking like Pakistan ahead now.
On the bounce again to long on. She's finding the fielders. Chamira Athapattu hasn't really found those boundaries. 6 fours, 42 of 38.
Yeah, I think as long as she bats on, there will be hope for Sri Lanka. Yes, she's finding the fielders, she's picking up singles, it's fine. Because we know that she can be brutal with the bat. She has got the power to hit and get boundaries. I think it's important for her to realize the fact that she has to bat as long as possible. It's turning out to be a good over. Only 3 singles.
Make it 4. So 4 singles, which is a very good over for Pakistan. 82 for 4. And it's time to hear from Chamira Athapattu.
I always talk to my team and said, keep it simple. play your natural game. No pressure on your shoulders. Just play. Just enjoy the game in the middle.
$82 for 4. 59 of 42, that's the requirement. Anushka 2 of 5, Chamari 42 of 38. Their asking rate is now gradually climbing to around 8.5.
An asking rate of 8.5 isn't out of reach yet, but it's tough to go to 8.5 for 7 overs in a row. If it's 8.5 for 3-4 overs, then it's easy. Chamari, though, she's scored plenty of runs this tournament. So while she's there, Sri Lanka still have a chance. Tuba Hassan into the attack, gets swept straight away. One of the surprising things for me is that Leah Riaz still was remaining out in the boundary the previous over, having dropped one. This is the kind of hitting that Chamari Asfahati's already done today. It feels like she's been at the non-striker's end more often than not in the innings. She's been watching as wickets have fallen. She's got every shot in the book. We've been treated this week to masterclass in batting. But she knows it will mean nothing if she can't lead a team through to the final.
Now Sri Lanka needs a big over here. At least an over of about 10 to 12 runs just to draw level with that required rate. At the moment it's 8.5. We're talking of 58 of 41. They can't afford to let dot balls be built at this stage.
Again, a bowling change. She's kept one over of Sadia Iqbal. He's watching Tuba. Big gap. Nobody protecting the single mid-wicket or mid-on area. It was short. The shot was on. She just couldn't get the timing.
Really uncharacteristic, but I think it just surprised her with how quickly it went on. Maybe just underlights the pitch, quickening up a touch. Don't think Tuba Hassan meant to bowl as short as that. She added that bit of extra pace. So just the single.
Again. They're not hitting boundaries. At the moment, they're just getting singles. Some of the deliveries are boundary deliveries.
Yeah, 2 bad deliveries, and they've only gone for 1, but also the Sri Lankan batters will be frustrated. They know that should have been 8 runs. So not only have they not hit the boundaries, but they've got that pressure on them. Asina Pereira, she'll be coming in. She can score at a good rate. They don't want her in too soon. She's a finisher.
So what happens if they don't pick up boundaries? You just have to keep a close eye on the required run rate. It's gone above 8. It's now above 8.5. 8.68 runs in an over from here on. 55 of 38 deliveries with 6 wickets in hand. Game on, Roshan.
This is high, down towards deep mid-wicket. Oh, that's a good effort, but that's what Sri Lanka needed. They need somebody to play a big shot. They need someone to break the monotony of dots with a boundary or a 6, and that's been provided.
And a really brave shot, because she's dropped a few short Tuba Hassan, but Sanjeevani took her on. A big swing of the willow, just about into the wind, goes over the fielder in the deep. I don't think that she actually could have got that in. She definitely couldn't have caught it. She might have been able to catch it and throw it in, but it would have been an unbelievable effort. So 6 runs, that makes things look a lot different. Just with that shot, the required rate goes below 8. Another full toss, just a single. So her best ball has gone for 6, and all of the other balls have gone for a single. 11 from the over, 14 gone. Sri Lanka 93 for 4.
Right, just looking at Chamari Adapattu's stats, she is now the most prolific captain in terms of runs. Circuit, 92 innings, 2,623. This is in T20 internationals we're talking about. Sri Lanka now 48 of 36. Nice shot, very good shot. Should bounce away to the boundary. This is what Sri Lanka needed. Anushka providing it. They need a few boundaries. Now that's 6 game of 14 balls. To middle the ball. Chamari Athapattu on the other hand has struggled. She's not been timing the ball and hasn't been as smooth as what we know of her. But Anushka has looked different. She's got a 4, she's got a 6.
I think she realizes the fact that she cannot take any chances here, Roshan, because Chamari Athapattu understand the fact that she doesn't want to leave it to somebody else. If she stays on till the very end. It's game over. It's their game to lose from there. But if she gets out, then that's trouble. So she is actually taking a good stance of just having a good look and make sure that she does not play any false shot. As long as she stays, it's absolutely fine for Sri Lanka.
Hits it hard, that's 4. Now that is the Chamari Athapattu we have seen in this tournament. So much of power, brings the 100.
Have a look at this front leg. She just clears the front leg. She's had enough, Chamari. Gives herself room to get the hands through. There's a fielder in extra cover. That was hit like lightning. Absolutely no chance for the cover boundary fielder to come around either. So the think tank for Pakistan coming together. They need to find a way to break this partnership. And finally, we see the crowd on their feet.
That went like a rocket. What a shot that is. Brings up the 100 for Sri Lanka.
39 of 33. Slow ball. Misses out. Pace off that time from Fatima. The last delivery or 2 balls ago, Chamari Athapattu timed this hit with so much of power. Just raced away. It was like a tracer bullet.
The flourish at the end is just flair. As she was hitting it, she knew she'd got good contact, so she really enjoyed that one, Chamari Athapattu.
Just over mid-off, should run away to the boundary, and this will signal her 1150. But she has now 350s and 200s. In 2024, her first against Pakistan. And as we told you, she now becomes the captain with the most amount of runs in T20 internationals. She's 52 of 43. Now that required rate is down under 7.
This is what she's capable of doing. The damage that she's done, particularly in this over. Remember, we were talking about she's not been timing it nicely. It's all about having that confidence to ensure picking up the right bowler and picking up the right time even more. She's picked up 3 boundaries. It's already 13 runs in this over.
Three runs of the last 11 balls. Finds the fielder. 15 done. Sri Lanka need 35 of the last 30. It's 106 for 4.
Chamari Attapattu, the difference between the two sides, and she is still out there. The Sri Lankan captain has pulled this game back in favour of the hosts. Nashra Sandhu. How late does Nidadar keep that final over of Sadia Iqbal? Two costly overs, a gamble from Tuba Hassan in the 14th. Yielded 11. Fatima San had bowled well up until the last over. But Nashra Sandhu started well here. Anushka Sanjeevani's played her part. Marina Iqbal, this game on a knife edge.
Yeah, you cannot be a mediocre when playing at international level, let alone bowling to Chamari. That's what she holds, that's the class she has.
It's going to go on the bounce to deep mid-wicket. Arup Shah, one great catch, break a much-needed partnership, then a tough chance on the boundary when Anushka Sanjeevani got her first six. Attapattu, she's lived a charmed life, but in fairness, both teams have been guilty of missed opportunities, so they cancel each other out. Now it's about who can hold their nerve. India await. We still don't know who they'll play. It's a contest worthy of a semi-final, this. Nashra Sandhu started this over well. When you start an over well at this stage, this takes a few balls, the pressure to get to the opposition. Attapattu goes big! Magnificent! She is a player from a different planet at the moment. And she is powering the hosts into the final, just 28 of 26 now.
Nashra Sandhu becoming a little bit predictable with that pace and length. Just goes across, lines her up, and then the big blow coming in. That's the danger when you give chances to Chamari Attapattu. She will make you pay.
That's why they just need her there. They can now possibly even do it without her. It's just over a runner ball, but they don't want to entertain that thought. This will feel so much more important, so much more valuable than that big 100 against Malaysia. Big knock on the big stage, knockout game. Nashra Sandhu responds well, fires it in, backs the stumps. They can do it with ones and twos.
Dropped by Tuba when Chamari was on 5. A stumping gone begging when she was on 33. Moves to 59 now, just 46 deliveries. You can sense the distress in Pakistan's dugout.
Nidadar has to believe here. She has to believe that she's 1 wicket away. Ideally the wicket of Chamari. Pakistan needs something going their way. Surely Sadia Iqbal the next over. The game slips away. Anushka Sanjeevani has done really well as well. Only a single at 6. Crucial in that over, which yields 9. The asking rate just 6.5. 115 for 4 Sri Lanka. 26 of 24 needed, and that's because Chamari Attapattu has just shifted gears in the last few. Got a few freebies early on, put them away. Tried that reverse sweep on a few occasions, got it right eventually. This is a class shot from Fatima Sana with the field inside. That's a bullet through cover. She's bringing in all her experience and class. Sri Lanka most needed. Their game now.
What is happening in the field? They need everyone on the right places. Sadia Iqbal, this is the over. If you can get Chamari out, there might be chance for Pakistan.
Last throw of the dice from Nidadar. Crucial 6 balls, now 5 from Sadia Iqbal, and Anushka Sanjeevani knows it. Nothing fancy, just blocks it, shows standout bowler of the opposition the respect. How much more does Sadia Iqbal have in her? And she had another twist. 3 fielders in the deep on the leg side. And Anushka Sanjeevani has swept it to one of those. Diana Baig still on for Gulfiroza. Even the experienced Diana Baig feels the pressure.
pretty decent, but on that occasion, it's just the pressure, as you said. Pressure of semi-final, the pressure of Chumari at Tapatu, the pressure of game slipping away from Pakistan. They need everything on spot, especially for Chumari. She's back on strike now.
What a wonderful turnout. Surely it's close or right up there with best turnout that a women's international has received here in Sri Lanka. The crowd, their home team this campaign, they wanted to go for one more game. Atapattu takes Sadia on just over. All the fine margins on which semi-finals are decided. Run of all 21 needed now.
Yeah, she had to do that. Width was on offer. Went for a hard swing. Nashra Sandhu, just evades the ball ever so slightly over her. These are the half chances. Yeah, had a finger to it, just brushes, but the power was behind that ball.
Cleaned up! Stunned silence in Dambula. Atapattu, what have you done? They may still get over the line, but they'll have to do it without Chamari Atapattu. Sadia Iqbal does have a say in her final over. And is this game still alive?
Unpredictable cricket for you. You can never imagine Chamari playing that sort of a shot, let alone against Sadia Iqbal. It was too fuller. Premeditated shot, not her strength. Just threw the bat and pad gap, and she cannot believe it. Sri Lanka cannot believe it, and the crowd cannot believe it. But it had to be Sadia to bring some momentum back for Pakistan in this game. Huge wicket. She knows the importance of it. Kumari gone on 63. Sri Lanka 5 down on 120.
Well, the dugout will stand. Dambula receives it with extreme warmth, but Atapattu knows she should have finished the job. Oh, she is crestfallen, but she has played the innings that will take her team, or has taken her team, on the brink of the final. Sadia Iqbal has 2 more balls. Here's Hasini. Off the mark, settles things.
Pakistan now needs to get the grip tight. They cannot let this game slip away. This was a big moment. She's furious with herself, and rightly so. We all can understand the reason.
Well, she'll get over it if they get over the line. Atapattu makes the long, dejected walk back. Sadia Iqbal has her career best figures. And she has given this semi-final everything she possibly could have. 4 for 16. Sadia Iqbal keeps Pakistan alive. Sri Lanka 1-2-1 for 5. Hasini Pereira, left-hand batter, has faced a total of 4 balls in this tournament. 1 not out against Bangladesh to see the job through on a much easier day. Today the stakes are higher. The equation is still in Sri Lanka's favour, and Nida Dar has shown great faith in Umaima Sohail at this stage. That's clever. Intelligent, composed batting. They've gone for 2. Oh, No, the fielder did well. It's Diana Baig who's gone to at least collect it, and we will go upstairs to see if Sri Lanka have completed the second. Batters look pretty confident. Let's have to see if Baig has broken the stumps cleanly. Here we go.
She was wise enough to get to the stumps, Diana Baig, but safely home. These are the things Pakistan fielders now need to cut down. They have a chance of winning this game, but still it's not over.
A much easier decision. So Shatira Zakir from Bangladesh, TV umpire. Crowd meets it with a cheer. 18 of 17. Sri Lanka just need to hold their nerve. This is their game now. Well, when we roll back the clock, mix up, pressure, chance, and this could be gone. This time the batter may be short. We will go upstairs again, more drama in Dambulla. And this time it's Pakistan, the fielding side, who are the more confident. It was Diana Baig who ran in at mid-wicket, never a single on there. Hassani Pereira turned back, desperate dive, she's gone.
Brilliant throw from Diana Baig, right into the gloves, close to the stumps, and Muniba, she just needed to collect it cleanly and break it up. Out, another one down, and the pressure is building for both teams. Little more ambitious run there taken, wasn't fruitful.
Never a run, hit and run. Sanjeevani took a start initially, no chance for Pereira, but well done Diana Baig, held on her. We've seen wayward throwing, shabby collections. This time Diana and Muniba got it right. Hassani Pereira stays a short one. Sri Lanka 1, 2, 3 for 6. Out walks Sugandhika Kumari, another left-hander. Primary job is with ball. Well, when you roll back the clock, Sylhet 2022, same stage, Asia Cup semi-final. Pakistan needed a run of ball 18, they fell one short. Oh, she gets away with it, and this time they do get the single. It was there to be swept, and Sugandhika got enough bat on it. It's just a single.
Yeah, singles might not hurt Pakistan. Sri Lanka, they need boundaries. But this one, yeah, should read the fielder. Diana Baig too good on that occasion with an accurate throw.
She's made that look easy, but on a day where we have seen the pressure get to fielders, even the senior fielders, that is really well done from Diana Baig. Now Anushka Sanjeevani goes for the big shots. Fortune goes her way. They want two. They'll have to settle for one. Oh, I'm not sure about the choice of shot.
Well, they need runs. Doesn't matter from which area, from whatever shot it's coming. Had to go hard there. You can see the distress on Umaima's face.
What an over she's bowled though. She's really gotten into her bowling. She backs herself. This time Muniba's going to appeal for everything now. She's learned her lesson. Coach must have had a word in the drinks break. This time was safe.
It would have been a big relief when Chumari got out for Muniba especially. Just inaccurate length and no pace on offer. That's the biggest threat for Sri Lankan batters. Have to muscle it down to get a boundary.
What an over this is. Just 4 runs and a wicket. Oh, and she nearly hit it onto her stumps. What an over from Umaima Sohail. And the pendulum swings again. 16 of 12 needed. Oh, this could have been a wide, it could have been a boundary. It's the deception of the lack of pace of Umaima Sohail. She's through the shot. Oh, look at this, how close is this? My goodness. It's nearly hit her off stump.
Yeah, that's what pressure can do to you. Wanted to slam it It was there to be hit. It was a bad delivery, just straying down the leg. Got away with it, yeah.
A bit of topspin on the ball itself. So it bounced just short of the stumps and spun away off stump, thankfully for Sugandhika. Nashra Sandhu with the 19th it is. Sadia Iqbal is bowled out. Really thought Nidadar might fancy herself with all her experience, but here's Nashra. Sanjeevani sweeps, it's in the gap! And Tuba Hassan has done really well to keep it to just 2.
Good commitment from Tuba Hassan. They are now also converging in. They need to cut the boundaries down, and that's exactly what they've done. But good option, just the wrist coming into play. There was a definite opportunity for a boundary, but good fielding.
The edge of their seats at the Rangiri International Stadium here in Dambulla. Nashra Sandhu. Reverse sweep, just gets a little bit of bat on it. As we go down to the final over, Sri Lanka would want it to be less than a run a ball. Don't want to leave too many at the end. They will go hard this over.
It's just a matter of a boundary where they can go. Probably would like to shuffle across the off stump, play behind square, but now the field has changed. They've got 45. That has been very proactive and decent with the field placement.
They're going to search for the boundary. Fielders in the deep need to be ready. And Sugandhika find a boundary here. The difference between balls and runs, 3. Cuts away, it's past the fielder. There's no one back there. That is the boundary Sri Lanka needed. That is the boundary Sugandhika provides. It's a run of ball 9 now.
That's a poor delivery from Nashra. Had all the protection into the leg side. All she had to do was keep a straight line within the stumps. Slight bit of width on offer. You can't blame the fielder. With a freebie there.
Absolutely no chance. Arup Shah is the best fielder Pakistan have, and she's not getting anywhere near that. How cool is Sugandhika Kumari? Didn't go for an ungainly slot. A short wide. She knew where the fielders in the deep are. It's a percentage shot. And that increases Sri Lanka's chances of winning significantly. 9 of 9. Nidadar has a word with her bowler and keeper. Captain is at mid-wicket. No change in the field. It's wide. More pressure. Oh, Nidadar, leading wicket taker in T20. Eyes, where are you? She's trusted the rest of her bowlers to do the job. As we speak, the captain's moving.
He's trying to fire it in, Nashra.
Yeah, just at short third now is Nidadar. She moved from mid-wicket. And that invited Nashra to bowl outside off stump slower. This time the batter went across, missed it, back to her on a ball.
Nashra Sandhu, experienced campaigner. Just that boundary that have given some hope and some momentum to Sri Lanka with this. On this occasion, she was wise enough with the protection on the onside. She realizes it quickly. But still, the work is not done on either side.
That is in the gap as well. It's hit hard. It's a boundary. Massive shot from Sugandhika Kumari. What a brilliant little cameo this is. Sri Lanka 1 hit away from the final.
It's all faith, it's all belief. Give it a hard swing, it was outside off stump. And there were 2 fielders patrolling, but none of them had any chance to cut it down. Fatma Sana, she's pretty quick across the field. What a shot that turned out to be under pressure.
1 hit away. They're nearly there, Sri Lanka. 13 from the penultimate over. They need just 3. We go down to the final over. 138 for 6. Chamari Attapattu cannot sit still, nor can most of this stadium, perhaps all of Sri Lanka. India waits, and Sri Lanka are nearly there. Pakistan have given this so much. It looks like 140 is going to be insufficient. Now then, we are slow on the over rate of Pakistan, which means they're going to be penalized. An extra fielder inside the circle, which may not be the worst thing with 3 of 6. Behind the over rate, 1 less fielder allowed outside the 30-yard circle.
It's all about how accurate the bowler can be with that field position.
Well, she had Nidadar herself. She had Arup Shah, Fatima Sana. Don't think Tuba Hassan. She is trusting Umaima. She bowled a really good over. Her third. Oh, she's changed her mind. Umaima was thrown the ball. Now it's Nidadar. Captain's taking matters into her own hands. The game's leading wicket taker has to do something unimaginable. Defend 3. They're only allowed 3 outside the circle, and all those 3 are on the leg side. Long gone, deep mid-wicket, deep square. Sri Lanka can do this in singles. Nidadar, final over. Starts with a dot ball. You need to keep calm, Sri Lanka. Take a deep breath. Sugandhika's done brilliantly so far.
Yeah, they're going to run for everything now.
Pinned up! All the experience of Nidadar. And now Pakistan going to add another late, seriously late twist in this tale. Sugandhika looking for the winning shot, looking for glory, plays on.
Oh my God, all she had to do was put some bat on it towards the offside and it could have raced away for a boundary, but she's trying to slog it into the leg side. Chopped on. And look at that, Chamari, she's not happy. You have to be well aware where the fielders are. Play on merit. Another one gone down now. Sugandhika Kumari back in the hut, scoring 10. 7 down for Sri Lanka on 138.
Wow. Nidadar, 153 games, 142 wickets now. Where has she been? There was an over given to Tuba Hassan. Surely Nidadar, with all her experience. Well, Achin Surya was Sri Lanka's hero with the ball in Sylhet in the closest of semi-finals. 2 years on, she has to finish the job with bat, or at least help Anushka Sanjeevani, who's at the other end. 3 to win a 4, 2 for a super over. What an adventurous attempt that is, first ball. Just get Anushka on strike, Achini. Nothing from the ump, it's 3 of 3.
Tossing it outside off stump. That was a risky call, got away with it.
They will run. It's a good stop because there was no one back on the boundary. And now it is 2 off 2. What is it with Sri Lanka and Pakistan in the semi-final of this competition? 2 years on, we are back to a runner ball. Down to the last 2 balls. Dar convenes a conference. The Sri Lankan dugout stands with heart rates rising. Sri Lanka unbeaten, outstanding. Pakistan refused to go down.
Who can prevail the pressure? Is it Sri Lankan batters or Nidadar and the Pakistani fielders? just 2 required. Can be anybody's game. Pakistan, they have much more effort to make.
We may have more than 2 balls, folks. 2 of 2. Scores tie, we go to a super over. My God, how much more can the heart take of Chamariattapattu? She is still thinking about it. She cannot watch. Right, what's the field? 3 in the deep on the leg side. They're only allowed 3. No one deep on the off. Nidadar to Anushka Sanjeevani. Umpire says wide. Umpire says wide. Vrindarati was delayed in her response. It's a response that Dambula receives with pleasure. That is the correct decision, surely. Well, Munibali, it was a tough chance, but you need to take those in that stage, at least another wicket, and that too of the set, Anushka Sanjeevani. Nidadar knows there's no one deep on the offside, and in trying to be too straight, she's bowled a wide. Scores are level. Sri Lanka! They have the heart of a nation! They storm into the finals! Anushka Sanjeevani finishes the job!